Gentleman, Georgia, another bulldog. Mr. Allen for 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, correction. My mom and dad are bulldogs, and my youngest daughter and my middle daughter went to graduate school there. So, but I do know how to go woof woof woof. Okay, and it's been more fun than that. I went to Auburn, and so it's been tough. But anyway, Congressman Bluger, thank you for all this. It's amazing what you've done here for us in the last 2 days, and the things we've seen have been eye-opening. I mean, it's just you had to be here to experience this, and it's just a privilege for me to be here. I've been around a while. I spent most of my life in the business world creating businesses, growing companies, and I know a lot of the challenges out there. And understand the challenges with the oil and gas industry. I served on the Energy Action Team, and we had a lot of the mostly independents coming, which is another thing. Big oil doesn't produce the oil in this country. I think it's a small percentage of it. It's the independents that are producing the oil. But a little history on energy. I graduated from Auburn in 1973. And it was not really a good economy then, and then within a year the oil embargo hit, and it almost devastated our economy. And I mean, I didn't know if I was going to be able to keep my first job. And we were only 28% dependent on energy in this country at that time. And in fact, our fellow Georgian, who Buddy knows very well, Jimmy Carter, was elected president because he promised to make this nation energy independent. He created the Department of Energy. And then, it didn't take long that we fast forward to 2008, the Great Recession. The administration during that came into office at that time declared war on the coal industry. All this money that my MCs spent to clean coal to meet the Clean Air Act that was passed by Congress, he spent all that money. The rules all changed. And so the state of West Virginia, I'm not predicting anything here, but the state of West Virginia had the 10th best economy in the nation. Today they're third from last. That state's been devastated. You could not, So what happened is in 2016, and the other thing is great, we have an election every 2 years in this country, so we kind of see where the American people sit on these issues. But the bottom line is, in 2016, we had the majority in the House, we had the majority in the Senate, and we had the White House. And under the leadership of Paul Ryan and many of our leaders on committees, we went through the Congressional Review Act. We unleashed the economy. I had no idea what that would do. All I know is I was all in. I was pro-business, and we had a pro-business administration. I could not believe what I saw. We became not only energy independent, we became energy dominant. Do you realize how much power that is? We were setting the price of a barrel of oil. There was unprecedented world peace. And so, so what we get to then, of course, then COVID hits. And we got a major reset, and it was a big problem. Mr. Pruitt, you started your own business, and like I said, we have an election every 2 years. If we get a pro-business administration in this next term, how long would it take you to get back to where you and all of your members to get back to where we were? Just 3 years ago?
It's probably about 2 years. So when I make the decision and my board approves a budget, it takes about a year to contract the rig, get all the permits, and that's in Texas. That's the fastest cycle time anywhere. But it's a 2-year time frame to really get the machine turning, and then there's a lag on getting all that production to market. But it can be done. But we need the White House. Without the White House,
right.
We're
right. Well, one of the things I realized in business too is our whole economy is based on confidence. I mean, we're 70% consumer economy, and the consumers aren't happy, and they're not happy right now. This war on fossil fuel has created the inflation issue in our country. I mean, bar none. I mean, this coat has oil in it, okay? It affects everything in our economy. And I experienced that in construction. Construction costs have skyrocketed because of the price of a barrel of oil. And I do know, I'm out of time, but I do know how it was back during COVID. I mean, you guys were calling because we had a war between Russia and Saudi Arabia, and the oil was $7 a barrel, and I had a lot of friends in your business that called me and said, we got to get the price up to at least market. You know, we're going broke here. So, but anyway, thank you for hanging in there. Keep the faith.
Thank you.
And I think the American people go wake up.
Chairman,
Appreciate
I
it.
recognize Ms.